I hope that you have been reading and writing, because in literature you must write. That's how you develop your writing skills. Alright, so we'll start by going through what I gave you last time, the unseen prose. Remember, we've talked about two of the genres of literature. We talked about prose, and we talked about the poetry. Okay, so and I gave you assignments on the unseen prose. I gave you assignments on unseen prose. Now we're going to answer the questions and continue. Then by the end of this lesson, I'll give you another assignment on the poetry, the one you just concluded last week. Alright? So I ask you to answer the questions from this unseen prose. Why did Africa let Europe cut away millions of Africans so? From the continent to the four corners of the wind. How could Europe lord it over a continent 10 times its size? Why does needy Africa continue to let its wealth meet the needs of those outside its border, and then follow behind with hands outstretched for a loan of the very wealth it lets go? How did we arrive at this? That the best leader is the one that knows how to beg for a share of what he has already given away at the price of a broken tool. Where is the future of Africa? This is a very nice prose. If you link it to what is happening today in Africa. So make it realistic in your mind and answer these questions the way they are posed to you. Number one says, the nominal device used in this passage is dash. I won't be reading out the options. By looking at it, we already captured the answer. The dominant device there is a rhetorical question. Look at all the question marks flowing. Who is going to answer this question? Who is it asking me? Definitely I don't have an answer. So it's a question that doesn't need an answer. Number two says, four corners of the wind is a dash. Four corners of the wind is a dash. Is it a class of speech? What is it? Of course, it's a figurative device. It's a figure of speech. It's a figure of speech. Then number three says, price of a broken tool as used in the passage is a or an dash. Look at it. Price of a broken tool. What is it? Is it oxymoron, metaphor? The answer is imagery. The answer is imagery. Why is it imagery? I know some will say it's metaphor. No, it's not metaphor. Remember, imagery is used to create impression in the mind of the reader. Something that will make you to understand that particular thing clearer. Visual imagery. The one that comes with sense of touch, hearing, to create perfect picture of what the writer is talking about. Look at it. The price of a broken tool. This worker, he has this tool. Complete, brand new. Alright? Oyibo man comes. Send this thing to me now. You know this thing doesn't worth much. What can you can't benefit much from this now. I know how to use this, you don't know how to use it. Send these things to me now. How much is it going to worth now? 50 cents? $2? Person now gives it away as something that doesn't worth anything. But that thing worth thousands and thousands of naira. That's the picture imagery to get it clearly. Because you assume that it's not valuable. You sell it at the price of a broken tool that is not worth much. You understand? So creating an impression in the mind of the reader. So it's imagery. Then number four, the dominant mood in the passage is dash. You have despair, anger, worry, sadness. And I tell you it's worry. The person is worried. How did it arrive at this? Look at what is happening. You know, showing concern. The person is concerned. It's worried. Then that can be seen as one of the themes in the prose. Generosity, exploitation, good leadership, largest continent. Which of these is exploitation? And who are the people that exploit Africa? You answer that. Then the other one says, from which point of view is the story presented? Yes. From which point of view? Who narrates this? Is it first person, second person, Third person or fourth person? Who? Initially, if you are reading it, if you don't study it carefully, you can say it's through the third person narrative point of view. But when you go closer, look at study, you see where the writer includes himself, saying, how did we arrive at this? Showing that the writer is part of the story he's telling. He's part of the story. That means it's the first person narrative point of view. He is included. He's one of the characters he's talking about. Then the other one says, the underlined phrase implies that. Okay, the underlined phrase I have, that the best leader is the one that knows how to beg for a share of what he has already given away. What does it mean? That underlined phrase. What does it mean? Is it allusion, sarcasm, personification, or simile? What is it? Sarcasm. It's a mocking gesture. Then the physical environment talked about in the extract is that's the setting. Which setting? Africa. Alright, we'll move on. I think that settles the question and answer for the unseen prose. So you are likely to see this kind of question in your WAEC, although they will limit it only to 5 questions. But I just added this one so that you have more experience of how to answer the questions. Alright? Then today we'll talk about the last genre of literature, that's the drama. The drama. And what's drama? Drama in literature simply means the representation of human action. Acting. Representation of human action. You are imitating, you are mimicking somebody's character, and you are showing people, you are demonstrating. That is drama, and it can be acting on the stage, like I am standing on the stage. There the audience is there, and I'm on the stage. It can be acted on the stage, like as if I'm acting now. I am talking, I'm demonstrating. That is drama. Then again, it can be acted on in the village square or the school hall or auditorium. Alright? Then we have forms of drama. We have comedy. This type of drama ridicules. It makes fully out of the characters. In the sense that it creates a humorous atmosphere. In comedy, you will laugh and laugh all the way. People will be acting funny things. But they will be acting out something that's close to reality. You believe that this thing can happen, but in a funny way. So it creates a humorous atmosphere. Remember, She Stood to Conquer. It's a comedy. Then we have tragedy. Tragedy, this one is opposite of a comedy because the atmosphere is usually tense and serious. Very serious. And it's likely that something bad is going to happen. Probably to the protagonist, or is somebody you admire, or a princess, or a prince. Probably the person is likely to die. So it ends in sorrow. Yeah? Then, example is Shakespeare's Othello. Look at people that died in that text. So it's a very horrible one. Then you have a domestic tragedy. Just like tragedy, but in this domestic tragedy now, it is the middle class people that are affected. Something bad happens to ordinary folk. Not like the army general, the princess, but middle class people are affected by bad events. Bad things happens to them. Tragedy happens to them. Then we have another one, tragicomedy. This one has combined features of happiness and sadness. That's a little bit of comedy, a little bit of tragedy. Alright? At times it usually ends on a happy notes, on a relief notes, on a relief note. Then we have one called farce. Farce. I'm sorry I didn't write this on the board, but they are your notes. They are there. You're just revising. Okay. This type of drama is usually comedy, but it has excessive laughter. Look at comedy will show you something that's likely to happen, but in farce, the credibility is doubted. Can this thing actually happen in real life? No. So it's excessive laughter. Then we have melodrama. This is a type of drama in which credibility is also challenged. But this one is kind of on a more serious note. The drama is a serious one. I get me. But the actions, you'll be wondering, can this thing happen? Remember in your Castle of Otranto, the actions of Theodore. when he is eagerly, he wants to surrender his life. Oh yeah, kill me, let me die. He's innocent, he didn't do anything. He didn't even want to voice out that he didn't do anything. Gladly, he wants to die, kill me, let me die. And it happened in real life, and some other events that happened in there, and the prose, making it melodramatic. That you just be wondering, can this thing happen? I don't think so. Then you have another one, history play. This one is based on historical records, things that happen. You can also call it a chronicle play. Another name for history play can be chronicle play. We have example as in Julius Caesar, that is written by William Shakespeare, things that happened in history. Then we have monologue drama or monodrama. We call it monodrama or monologue. This type of drama, one person presents the action and their speech. Like I am acting now, I'm the only actor now. I am acting my own. I'm acting my own parts, and I can also act out other people's character, but I'm the only one acting. That's a monologue. Drama. I'll be speaking, and I guess Mama Gechi's house. I know she's going to welcome me. Of course she will welcome me. I'll knock at the door. Bam, bam, bam. She will open the door. Who is it? Oh, is it you call me? I know this is what she's going to say. You're acting your own part and still staying another person's character. That's monologue. Only you. It is playing on the stage. Then we have the one you call pantomime. That's dumb show. When acting it, you don't utter a word, but you use your body, gestures of your body to display. If I cease to talk now, that's a pantomime. You don't say anything. Alright? Then again, we have this one attempts to present everyday activity in a realistic way. Things that happen in family, just the way, not that no faking. Kind of presents things that happen in real life. The way it is to present it in a drama. It's called realistic drama. Alright? Then let's move over to, okay, we have also closet drama. This one is not meant to be performed on stage. Rather, you study it and read it out. I don't know for who, but you call it closet drama, not to be performed. Then we have features of drama, the things you are expecting, the things that makes drama a drama, the things that drama needs to be a drama. Number one, you have the characters. These are the people through which the playwright communicates to the audience. The characters. They have characterization. Those characters now, the writer now gives the responsibility of attributes. Mr. Keke is a character one. I'll be using it to demonstrate wickedness. Mankechi, you will be the protagonist. Everything he plays is surrounding, it centers around you. You know, giving them attribute, that's characterization. Then we have dialogue. This one is exchanging ideas. I'm talking alone, but when you dialogue with another person. I get me. Dialogue with somebody. So it's one of the features of drama, you exchange ideas. Then you have plots. You have plot also in your prose. It's sequential arrangement of events in a drama, starting from the beginning, the middle, and the end. That is the conflicts, the climax, and the resolution. Then again, you have action. Action is about doing, you'll be demonstrating. You see all these things in there, drama. Then you have dramatic personnel. This is the totality of all the participants involved in the play. Everybody that has a hand in creating a play. Then you have the cast. Cast is the complete list of selected characters. The people that will be acting. Okay, Okeke will be cast. Okeke is cast as Malibu. John Paul is cast as Soko. So the list of those people that are actually participating in the drama. You normally see this at the front page of any play. Then you have the playwright, the person that writes a play. You can call the person a playwright or a dramatist. Then you have conflicts. Conflict simply means the bone of contention that helps in the development of the play. The problem, probably you see the antagonist against the protagonist, or the antagonist against the other characters. Development of a problem, conflicts. It makes the play interesting, that leads to climax and resolution. Then you have the denouement or resolution. That's when problems are solved after the climax. This problem gets to the extent at the highest height, then resolution line comes in. Then you also have another feature here. Okay, you have what we call aside. This one is a speech directed to the audience, but not to other actors. Like there are two of us now acting here. We'll be discussing. The person will now say, "Aha, how far? I'm glad to see you." I will just say, "You'll be glad to see me. I'm not even glad to see you. I hope you are dead." The two of us are here, but the audience are meant to hear it, but not the fellow characters, the fellow actors. So that's aside. You get it now. Then you have what you call soliloquy. This one is self-loud talk. You talk alone, and at times you use it to expose what is in your mind. If you study Othello, Iago, he normally makes use of a soliloquy to tell us of his evil plans. Remember when Othello was in trance? He was unconscious. And what did he do? Yes, this is the opportunity I have now. By witnessing this now, he's going to believe that Cassio is really having an affair with this demon. Before another character now comes in, he's talking all alone, revealing his plan. Then the difference between soliloquy and monologue is a very lengthy speech. You're acting your character and another person's character. Bear that in mind, okay? Then we have another feature, catharsis. This one can also be called the purging of emotion or purification. It's the giving out or showing strong feeling of sorrow, of fear, when you are watching a movie or when you are reading. Before you know it, you start crying. See tears coming out from your eyes, as if it's realistic. You know, we are showing great emotion. It can be from you that is reading, or you that is the audience, or from the characters. Showing out great emotions. We call it catharsis. They also have tragic flaw or hamartia. This refers to the shortcomings or errors of the protagonist, which leads to his downfall, his mistakes, the hero. Alright, the things that can lead to his downfall. Like Othello, his hamartia is jealousy. It leads to his downfall. You know? Then we have dramatic irony. This is a device through which the playwright makes the audience or reader to be aware of something in the play or the drama that people that are acting are not aware. You that is the audience, you know that something is happening. But those ones that are acting it, they are not aware of the irony. We call it dramatic irony. You can see that in there, She Stoops to Conquer. Marlowe and the friend, they didn't even know that the house they are in is the particular house they are looking for. But the reader already knows. So dramatic irony. You have suspense, expectation, what is going to happen, anxiety, what's going to happen. All this is an element of drama, anxiety, expectations. Then I told you climax is the peak. Then I also have a prologue and epilogue. Prologue and epilogue. Prologue, this is the introduction given before the actual performance begins. That's introductory statements. Then epilogue is one that comes at the end, closing remarks. So epi, closure, pro, before. The opening statement and the closing statement. And lots more. We have a lot of features of drama. So get your textbooks and still study more on them. So I think we'll stop here. Next time, we'll solve the problems I'm going to give you. Then we'll go into literary concepts, those figures of speech. Then after that, we'll go into the theory. We'll go into the novels and the poems we have studied from SS1 to SS3. Okay, so we'll stop here. You take down these assignments. from the last topic, unseen poetry. You read it and answer the questions. It's going to help you a lot.